Hi, I am Morgan, the esports maven here at Red 5 Studios.
I'm Matt, community manager.
And we wanted to tell you guys about the events that are coming up in 2012. But first, Matt, I wanted you to tell us about last year, because you guys did really awesome big stuff.
Yeah, we like to focus on events where the community are directly engaging with us rather than doing large corporate events, right? We're not a game that's sold to stores or to buyers, so we try to focus on events where the gamer themselves can actually come up, interact with developers, and play the game. And so that's why PAX was a really big show for us last year.
Really big.
So
like really big.
We went a little bit large at PAX West, just a little bit. Maybe the bathrooms were a bit too much,
nah,
but I think the community there is great. The gamers are great, and there are so many people that can come and interact with the developers.
And they get it. The audience at PAX really gets it.
They do. They're gamers. I mean, it's a full gaming show, from tabletop to card games to PC games to console games. It's not a specific gamer. It's all gamers from across the board. So those were great shows. So PAX East, PAX West were really awesome shows. We also did our first European show. We went to Germany, Gamescom, first time. That was an exciting experience. Gamescom is huge.
It's bigger than anything we have in the US,
I mean, they estimate 250,000 people.
That's insane.
Massive show.
And that's all gamers, too.
That's all gamers, too. That's consumers, right? These are people that play games, and they just rush the halls and just pack everything. It's so crazy. Huge show. Amazing show.
So for this year, continuing on this philosophy that we've already established with Red 5, in that taking the game to the gamers is the most important thing, right? So why don't you tell a little bit about the plans we have for our big community events?
So the big events, we have South by Southwest, which is our first time in the Midwest.
Yes.
So first time in Texas, Austin, Texas.
Yes, indeed.
And that's actually an event you've been heading up. So what's going on at South by Southwest?
So South by Southwest is a big film, music, and interactive show. Their interactive show tends to combine all the best stuff of the web, like a lot of social media developers go and app developers tend to go, but there's also a good gaming presence in a show that's a little bit separate. It's called Screen Burn, that runs for the first 3 days, I believe, of South by Southwest. So we're going to take Firefall there because there are going to be a lot of gamers and a lot of really sort of tech-savvy gamers are going to be there, and we'd love to be able to show off the game to them. I think the free-to-play model is really interesting to that type of audience, and it'll be the first time to kind of introduce it to them. So we're going to show the game there. We're going to have some PvP. People are going to be battling it out, and I think it'll probably set the standard for a bunch of the events we're going to do for the rest of this year.
Okay.
We're also going to have our cosplayers there.
That's right.
Which will be awesome.
Lee and Crystal will be there for the first time.
This will be the debut of our Typhon and Morningstar.
And then shortly after that, we're headed up to Boston again for PAX East. We'll be reappearing at PAX East. So that'll be great. So this time, hopefully, we'll have a lot more people. We'll have about the same size booth. But we'll actually be showing off some new open world stuff by then. So we should have the build nice and stable to go out there and show off some of our new content. We have a lot of more international events, so we'll be going back to Gamescom. That'll be our big show, because we definitely did not have a big presence at Gamescom last year. We misunderstood the show a little bit, right? It's a huge show. We underestimated. So this year we're going to do a lot more, so expect to see that. So if you did not come out to Gamescom last year and are a fan of Firefall, definitely come out this year, because we're going to have a pretty big presence. So that'll be awesome. Following that, we have PAX pretty much right after, PAX Prime in Seattle, which is one of our favorite shows. We announced there. We're definitely going to keep going back, so that's definitely a cool place to go. And then we also have potentially shows in China and Korea.
Now, as far as tournaments, now people have been asking me a lot about tournaments, because they're like, where are esports tournaments, and what's the plan, and what are we going to do? I think it's really important to let people know that for this year, we want to show people what the esports is going to look like for Firefall, but we don't have a community yet that has had time to practice enough to be good, to be at a pro level. So our focus this year really is to build that community. We want to build the competitive players, give them a chance to play, get them into the beta, have them start to really kind of get really good before we start trying to do really awesome big tournaments.
So when we do tournaments, what are those going to look like?
So I think that we'll probably do small, local level tournaments. So it'll be people who have played a little bit plus people who have just started playing the game right there, just playing for fun. But then I think we'll probably try to do some invitationals.
Some prizes.
Well, yeah, sure, of course.
We got some swag.
Hey, you know, if you're going to put in the effort, then we'll try to reward you a little bit. Recognize
but
the guys.
we probably won't see our season start until later.
Right. Where I think probably we'll try to do some invitationals where we can bring out some rad players who maybe have some previous experience playing FPSs at a pro level. You know, see what they think of Firefall, give them a chance to play it, show what it looks like for a rad player to get their hands on the game. We saw this in Korea at G-Star. Some of those pro players were beating the pants off of us, and we play it.
Well, I will say you guys didn't bring the best of the company at all.
Hey, so, I mean, my point is that when pro players play Firefall, it looks awesome. It's really fun to watch. That's the type of thing that we want to bring to 2012.
Well, we want to get their feedback, too. I mean, that's the thing. A lot of those guys don't have time to do beta tests, but invitationals, where you give them a little bit of incentive, they're going to give you a lot more
play
feedback.
Play in front of an audience.
Exactly. A little more critical eye. So it's going to be a busy year. Well, I think that
it's going to be a really busy year.
It is going to be busy. I think that wraps it up for all of our events for this year. So I hope you guys are going to be able to come and join us. We have a lot of events all across the country. Keep an eye on firefallthegame.com for a full schedule. Every single time before an event, we'll post what we're going to do and where we'll be. So be sure to check that out. Thanks for coming by.